First of all, Toda Abiyah Barak Yahuwah Hashem Yahushua Mashiach, and to the brothers and sisters who are scattered in the four corners of flat earth. Peace be upon you and your household. I deactivated my Facebook accounts. I'll be on YouTube for a while because Facebook destroy a lot of stuff. Facebook can be a distraction to us all, in technology. So I deactivated my Facebook accounts. So I just upload them and you can find me on YouTube. The name of this particular topic is the faith that pleases Yahuwah. All right, foundation scriptures, Galatians 3:11. Hold on. Man, I forgot about that. All right, second foundation scripture, Romans 1:17. So we're going to break this down. Being fully persuaded does not come by experiencing the natural, the physical, or the flesh. Hebrews 11:17 through 19 is being fully persuaded. Abraham had no evidence that Yahuwah could raise his son. It had not happened before. Abraham hoped against hope. Hebrews 11:19. He received Isaac in a figure. Colossians 1:23. Ephesians 2:12. Hebrews 6:18 through 20. I hope so, I believe so, I know so. Proverbs 13:12. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. Abraham was strong in faith. Abraham put the word first. He meditated on the word. He acted on the word. He decided to live by faith or practice faith. Galatians 3:11. He decided to live by the love of Yahuwah. Galatians 5:6. He received Yahushua HaMashiach as a developer. Hebrews 12:2. The faith that pleases Yahuwah. Speak things that be not as they were. 1 Corinthians 1:28. Meaning we can't see the future or we can't see the mountain, but we can speak Yahuwah's word into existence. And everything he says word was going to do is going to do. He don't break his promises. If he promised his children something, the Father going to do what he say he going to do. It's the enemy that have us doubting Yahuwah promises. Barak Yahuwah. Consider not his own body nor surrounding circumstances. We know this ain't our own body. We belong to Yahuwah through Yahushua HaMashiach. So we can't do nothing without them, So staggers not at Yahuwah promises. When Yahuwah promise you something, don't you doubt it, brothers and sisters. You believe the Father say he can do what he gonna do. And he'll show you. But if you ain't got no faith, it ain't gonna happen. Faith believing in what you can't see. The natural realm believe what we can see, but faith believing, we know Yahuwah omnipresent. He everywhere. We know it's a kingdom up there. We can't see it right now, but we know it's up there. We know angels. He got angels. Satan got angels. Barak Yahuwah. Believe Yahuwah will perform his word. Matthew 8:5 through 10. Yahuwah's word has authority, and the believer has been given the right to the fullness of his word in Yahushua's name. So, and it ain't easy having faith in these hard times. I promise you that. Without faith, we can't love. We can't show compassion. Without faith, we can't get up and do nothing. Go to work. Faith make you. My car gonna start when I go out there and crank it up. That's faith. You speaking stuff into existence. You don't doubt yourself. Because soon as you doubt yourself, or I doubt myself, it's like I can't do it. But we can do all things through HaMashiach Yahushua, who give us the strength to do it, brothers and sisters. He didn't say weapons wouldn't form. He said they wouldn't prosper. You see? That's what his words say. And I've been believing in his promises going on for a long time. You know, I'm all in for Yahuwah. If I got to die for him, I'm going to die for him. They want to cut my head off for him, they can cut my head off for him. They want to lock me up for him, they can lock me up for him. I don't care, because guess what? Once I die, I ain't going to feel no more pain. The spirit gone out the body. So why fear death? I fear life. That's what I fear. I fear life. I don't fear death. I fear life. Brothers and sisters. And this ain't no easy walk. You might find yourself alone on your walk. And everybody got a job to do for Yahuwah. Some people's job is to love and help people and take crap from people. Some people's job is to minister. Some people's job is to show compassion. Some people's job is to show mercy. You know, long suffering. We all got gifts of the Ruach. But as you ministering to the saints, or you being a stumbling block? You teaching racism and color, or you teaching Ruach? Because if you teaching racism and color, you just teaching the letter, and you ain't in the Ruach. Because the Ruach don't see no color. Because he's a spirit. He's a spirit. So whoever got the Father's spirit, then they his children, they my brother and my sister. You know. And y'all can't make everybody gifted by association, because one set of Hebrews teaching racism and hate, you can't say the other Hebrews teaching it. And I don't want nobody following me. My job is to turn you back to Yahuwah and Yahusha. That's my job. This ain't my ministry. This they ministry. I'm just a vessel trying to do the best I can do to get his word out there and to wake people up. I mean, if he didn't give me his Ruach, I couldn't be doing this. I don't know what I'm doing. But the set apart root he put on me allowed me to get in his word and break his word down and feed the people good seeds. See, the people of earth, the people of land, you know, the world is the people. The field is the people. And the world, that's the people. You know, Yahuwah dwell in us. You know, when he say I build this temple in 3 days, he wasn't talking about our physical houses. He was talking about inside of us, you know. And to all y'all people saying King David gonna come back and be our king, you're a lie. King David didn't die for me. Yahusha died for me. Yahuwah died for me. And Yahusha is Yahuwah in the flesh. So all y'all putting King David above Yahuwah and Yahusha, y'all gonna have to answer on Judgment Day. But I know who the king is. I know who the King of Kings is. The King of Kings is Yahuwah. And the king is Yahushua HaMashiach, and he's our high priest. And he make us priests under order of Melchizedek. That's Psalm 110. For all you Hebrew Israelites, the teaching race, calling the white man devils, hollering about you gonna rape the white woman and hang them on trees. Ain't none of that gonna be going on in Yahuwah's house. It's gonna be praises. And then y'all saying the Gentiles can't get in the kingdom, and you're a lie? Just because they ain't got no gate? If they his children, they gonna come in his house and praise him. You see, it's a lot of doctrine going on out here, brothers and sisters. I don't follow the mass. I let the Ruach lead me, and I ask Yahuwah to show me things. You know, and I can show you with scriptures that King David ain't my king. He is a king. We all kings. We all priests if you're Judah. Kings and queens if you're Judah. The kings come out of Judah. The lawgiver come out of Judah. Judah is the elder brother and the elder sister. Judah is the first gate in Revelation, the 12 gates. Judah going first. Judah gonna fight. Judah is the warriors. Judah's gonna praise. You see? But everybody hate Judah. But Judah really love people because Judah telling the truth. And everybody in Yahuwah's name, they teach the same doctrine. They ain't teaching no hate. They ain't teaching racism. They ain't teaching division. In Yahuwah's name, they ain't teaching none of that stuff. Everybody that I've seen teach Yahuwah's name, they teach the same doctrine. Call the Gentile the Goyims our brothers and sisters. You know, if they got the Ruach, they can teach them and preach the word of Yahuwah. But they can't teach us about our history. They can't teach us about our ways, our heritage. We know our heritage. We know our ways. That's just like us trying to teach them about their nation and their heritage. They know more about their people than we know about their people. We know more about our people than they know about our people. Okay, but all that division, all that malice, all that anger, all that hate, all that unforgiveness, all that unmerciful stuff need to stop, brothers and sisters. You know, have y'all to see a Gentile, a Caucasian, Japhet, see one of Japhet kids on the side of the road or some one of them homeless people, just because they got a different color skin, you'll ride right by them, won't even must off to help them people. I had somebody call me a house nigga because I had helped a homeless white man. You know, I was sitting down chopping up with him, and I helped him, but I put it on the internet just to see what somebody was going to say about it. I wasn't doing that to be to be seen. I was doing that to see how many people was going to have something negative to say about what I was doing for the Most High. Helping somebody who needed help. And no sure, you got one of them house niggas get on there and say, hey, man, you ain't supposed to be fellowshipping with them. Then I went over to the book of Acts, where he was dealing with Gentiles, Cornelius. He said, I shouldn't call no man coming unclean. See, that's how you know when people got the Ruach, because they looking at the color. They looking at the flesh. Instead of looking at somebody inside. And there's a lot of them teach hate and division. Well, he's saying this and he's saying that. Well, I believe in Yahuwah and Yahusha. I'm not giving praises to no other mighty one but the man who I've been baptized in, the man I received into my heart. You know, that's just me. I ain't saying a higher in Yahuwah. I ain't serving praising two masters. I'm all in for Yahuwah. You know, just like my daddy named Johnny. I'm little Johnny, he big Johnny. So if I go call my daddy, hey Butch, what we eating today? My daddy gonna look at me and say, nigga, that ain't my name. My name, J Boss. Same thing with Yahuwah. We just can't call him what we want to call him. And I done called on Yeshua. I done called on Yahweh. See, I've been through these levels of transition a lot of people on. I'm really high in the spiritual realm than a lot of people. I'm really stronger than a lot of people. And I've been past a lot of levels. So when you see people going through what you go through, you try to help them, but a lot of people don't want to help. I done called on Ahaya. I done called on Yahweh. I done called on Yeshua. I done called on JC. I done called on Allah. I done called on all these names. But Yahuwah never left my mouth. He ain't left my mouth, yet all them other names left my mouth. And that's in Hosea 2:16. Let's go there real quick. Let me see, could I find it? Hosea 2:16. I could be around a Muslim. You can teach Allah. I'm going to teach Yahuwah. I can be around Yahweh. You can teach Yahweh. I'm going to teach Yahuwah. I can be around Ahaya. You teach Ahaya. I'm going to teach Yahuwah and Yahusha. The book of Hosea. Here we go. Hosea chapter 2. And 16. And it said, it shall be that day, declares Yahuwah, the Shabbat, that we shall call him our husband, which is Ishi, and no longer call him Baal. Yahuwah. Got the name right there. In Hebrew, Yahuwah. All right. That you call me my husband. All right. And no longer Baal. In verse 17, listen to what he say. Because I'm not writing this scriptures. So this is what I'm going to believe in. I don't care what nobody else said, what you pushing. But if it's the scriptures, it's the master's word. So in verse 17, he say, and Yahuwah shall remove the names of Baal from her mouth. Meaning it's more than one Baal. You see? And they shall call no more be remembered in their name. You see, I don't say none of that other pagan, none of that other stuff. I represent Yahuwah and Yahusha. And I ain't ashamed of him. I don't want him to be ashamed of me. You know? And I've done some stuff in my life that I am ashamed of. I thought I was doing what's right. And I was doing wrong. We can be perfect in Yahuwah's eyes. But people gonna always point out wrong in you. Offense is going to come. He say, be angry and sin not, brothers and sisters. All right. And I don't get on here and do this to attack nobody. That'd be the Ruach. It ain't me. I ain't trying to attack nobody, because if I got a problem with anybody, I promise you I'll put a name on it. I promise you I'll put a name on it. I will call your butt out. Don't care who you is. And tell you, you ain't my daddy. But if you want to correct me, bring the scriptures, elders and mores. You know, bring the scriptures. Tell me what the Father say. Don't just let me do my own thing, because I can stand the correction. Correction is love. Correction is love. That's real love, correction. And I can take a correction. I can admit my wrong. Well, all right, my bad. I ain't know that. Well, get me right then. Because I don't want to go to hell and burn up forever. I care about my soul, and I care about a lot of more people's souls. I don't care about what nobody got or what they doing or none of that. I care about their souls. A lot of people. Just because you got life don't mean you're alive. I promise you that. All right. He said this letter here is to the set apart ones, you know, to the Hebrews. So I'm gonna put it to you like this: if you're a so-called white man or white woman, and you born from Yahuwah and Yahusha, then you're a Hebrew. You're Yehuda. You're a Yasharite. You see, that's how I look at you. That's just like me and my sister we got the same mom and the same daddy, but we looking at each other like, I might be light-skinned and she might be brown. We looking at each other like, you ain't my brother or my sister because of the color of somebody's skin. Y'all better get that color up out you now. Because Yahuwah is Ruach. We know his people, the original people, the color of the people in the Bible, because it talks about them. They black, they brown, bronze, jasper. You got Hebrew Egyptians, Hebrew Hamites, you got Hebrew Shamites, and you got Hebrew Japhites, Yaphites. Ham, Sham, and Yaphet, all of them Hebrews. So how in the heck we get over here and everybody's separated? Tell me that. But we came out of Egypt a mixed multitude. But we come over here to a land where he cast us to. Now, looking at everybody like you don't know what's going on. But that's your brother and your sister that you looking ill at. You see what I'm saying? You see? You see? Yahuwah say don't hate the Egyptians. Don't hate Esau. Don't hate nobody, because it's like we committing murder. So, foundation scripture, Hebrews 5, 9 through 14. These were not newborn babes in Hamashiach. See, some people still babes. And some people done grew up in the spiritual realm. You know what the world call a man, Yahuwah don't call a man. What the world call pretty, Yahuwah call ugly. You see, you got to reverse everything. You know, if they ain't got Yahuwah, they ain't no man. If they ain't got Yahusha, he ain't no man. That's who you got to have to be a man. Not no money, not some nice house, not some job, a nice car, a good-looking woman, or a good-looking man. No. They must have Yahuwah and Yahusha. Hebrews 2, 1 through 4. They had ministries sent to them with the word, confirmed by the Ruach HaKadosh. Hebrews 4, 1 and 3. Think about this in the 20th century. We're in the 20th century now. But they call us a cult. I'm not in no cult. I don't eat dead bodies and drink blood. I don't worship no Tammuz cross. I don't celebrate no pagan holidays. I don't eat nothing unclean. I really don't need the Bible no more. I promise you that. I just needed to teach it and get his word out there. So people won't say, oh, he lying, he making that up. Hebrews 4 and 3. There were some of them who had entered into the rest of faith. You must have faith, brothers and sisters. And Satan, he'll come back and then try to play tricks in our mind with these mind games and stuff. But you got to know who's speaking to your mind. Is that Yahuwah's voice or is that Hashatan's voice? Because Hashatan going to contradict the Bible. Yahuwah going to quote scriptures. All right, that's what he tell us to do. That's how Hamashiach fought the devil. He used the Bible. Hey, we just don't live off physical bread and meat. We live off every word of Elohim, what he told the devil. And the devil got away from him. Every time the devil came when he got baptized, see, this when Satan come at you. As soon as you come out that water, Satan is all our enemy. His job to get back in our mind and cloud our mind up with thoughts contradicting Yahuwah promises. Better know who's speaking to our mind. And plead the blood of Yahuwah and Yahusha over our mind, over our families, over our loved ones, over our job, because it's power in the blood. The blood is on us now. It ain't on our doorpost no more. But the blood just don't get you in alone. You must have Yahusha. You must have the Ruach as well. You just can't teach the letter, because the letter killing people. So you got to teach and show people how to walk in the Ruach. Well, ain't nothing bothering them. They ain't worrying about nothing. That's walking in the Ruach. Staying happy, ye must in trials and tribulation. You know, having a good spirit. Knowing that y'all going to bring them through. Because he said he was. That's all that matters. Being there for one another in hard times. You know, loving each other in hard times. Showing compassion in hard times. Because I'm going to tell you something, brothers and sisters. When this stuff hit the fan, you're going to need to be around your brothers and your sisters. Somebody like-minded with the Ruach, because Yahuwah going to guide them and protect them. You don't want to be around nobody scared, because they're going to get everybody killed. Fear. It's going to get everybody killed. You know, Yahuwah he might say, don't go over there. And you better listen to him. Because he's speaking to his children. I promise you that. Hebrews 5 and 12. They should have become teachers. Hebrews 10:32. They had been illuminated. Ephesians 1 and 18. The prayer prayed for the church at Ephesians. See, he don't just tell us to pray for ourselves. He say pray for the nations. He began to teach them a high level of faith. Hebrews 6 and 9. Father, faith and patience of those who entered the promise, not the ones who didn't. Hebrews 6, 10, 15. Hebrews 10, 32, 38. Their faith had been on the level of the old covenant. See Hebrews 11. Faith going to chapter 12. Faith, Hebrews 12, 1 through 3. Consider Yahusha's faith. Come on to Yahusha's faith. We must not stay in the old covenant type faith. See, because we're under the renewed covenant. All right. Hebrews 12, 18, 24. The kind of faith, Hebrews 10, 22. Full assurance come from a better sacrifice. Hebrews 9 and 10. Hebrews 12, 24. A better covenant. Hebrews 8, 6. Faith come by hearing the word. All right. We must not stay on the old covenant type faith. Hebrews 12, 18 through 24. This kind of shalakia. The better the promise, the higher the faith. The higher level. No more consciousness of sins. Hebrews revolves around these words. Hebrews 10, 1 and 2, the difference between 1 year and forever. You know, Hebrews 10, 10 through 14, 9 through 26, put sin away. Our enemies totally defeated and removed. Hebrews 10, 12 and 13. So you don't have to raise a finger. You let Yahuwah have a vengeance. Vengeance belongs to him, not us. Entrance into the holy place. Hebrews 6, 18, 20. Hebrews 10, 16, 22. Hebrews 12 and 10. Partakers of his set apartness. We are one with Yahuwah. See, we supposed to be one in Yahuwah. Oh, because he that color, she that color. They ain't one of us. See, we supposed to be one in Yahuwah. Hebrews 7, 22, 28. Romans 8, 17. Galatians 4, 5 through 7. Joint heirs. 1 Peter 1, 3 and 5. John 17, 11, 26. Faith for the world, not just one nation. See, the world is, when he say he died for the world, he mean everything up on everything down here, he died for. No matter what color you is, he died for you. He didn't die just for the Hebrews and his own people killed him. Say, give us Barabbas. And them Hebrews, Yahudim, the Israelites killed the Messiah, murdered him. He tells us to watch them. He say, watch your people. Yeah, he say, watch them. Don't trust them. Watch them. Faith that comprehends the love of Yahuwah. Ephesians 3, 7, 21. Yahuwah intended for the believer to understand him, not continue in sin consciousness. This was the point of the whole thing. Colossians 1, 10 and 11. Jeremiah 9, 23, 24. Proverbs 9 and 10. Isaiah 11, 1 through 9. Proverbs 2, 1, 22. Hosea 4, 1 through 6. Hosea 6 and 6. Philippians 3 and 8. 1 John 5 and 20. How is this level of faith accomplished? Hold fast to grace. Hebrews 12, 28. Romans 4, 16. Ephesians 2, 8 through 9. Hebrews 13, 1, 22. Meditate on this entire chapter. Meditation builds the capacity for faith. The principles of faith never change. Romans 10, 17. Ephesians 6 and 10. Come full circle. Ephesians 2 and 12. Pray and the Ruach using hope and the covenants. The comparison begins between Yahushua and Moses in Hebrews chapter 3 by appointing a set of partners in the brethren and asking them to consider Yahushua as apostle and high priest, the new being worthy of more glory than the old. So when you go get baptized and come up, you're supposed to be glory. You're supposed to be shining. You're supposed to be illuminating. When we accept Yahushua and the Ruach HaKodesh into our mind, our hearts, as our personal Savior, and go down and get washed in his blood and his death, burial, and resurrection, we come out with Yahuwah and Yahushua on. We didn't put him on. So he ain't in hell. He ain't in heaven. He right here, right now with us. Barak Yahuwah. In Hebrews 3, 5, and 6, Moshe, Moshe is faithful as a servant. Yahushua is called faithful as a son. See, we know we servants because Yahushua came to serve, but we also sons and daughters as well. He tells us to put others before us. I don't want to be first. I promise you I don't want to be first. I don't get mad who eating first and all that, like the man's supposed to eat first. I don't do all that because he called us to be a servant, to put others before us. So if you first right now, you might be last in the kingdom. I don't want to be first. Don't want nobody to worship me. I don't want to be well liked. I sure don't. Everybody like you. You ain't doing something right because the truth ain't got, a speaker of the truth ain't got no friends. No friends. I ain't got no friends. You know, I don't kiss butt. I don't try to fit in. I ain't worrying about what somebody else doing. I'm just focused on the people that surround me. I ain't worrying about what's going on nowhere else. Because as soon as I'm worrying about what somebody else doing, I forgot about the people around me. So, it is very important to remember that Yahushua became a servant. I just told you he was a servant. He didn't want nobody worshiping him and praising him and doing all that crap. He came to serve and die. And half you Hebrew Israelites scared to die. I ain't scared to die. Death ain't got no dominion over me. You know how I know? Because his words say so. Obedient to death, and then raised again. Oh, he was a servant unto the devil. When he got raised as the son. All right, because it's the spirit inside that he gonna raise back up, not the flesh, brothers and sisters. I think that's Hebrews 1, 5, and 6. We are in the house of the Son. Servants don't get to rest. Sons do. You see? Yahushua's next coming is not to deal with sin, but to completely deliver those that are eager enough for his coming to live sin-free lives. Hebrews 9, 27, 28. See, when he come back down here, all this stuff going to be burnt up, and he going to make a whole new kingdom down here. The house you stand in right now, it ain't going to stand, it ain't going to last forever. See, in his house is many mansions. Gold streets, pearly gates. You got an angel at each gate, protection at each gate. You know? Can't nobody break in and steal. It's going to be love, life, and liberty. We still going to be having babies in the kingdom. We going to be, I'm telling you, it's going to be heat. Sipping grapes and wine. It's going to be just like the garden, it was in the Garden of Eden, but better. Because Yahuwah is going to be the glory. And Yahushua is going to be our king and high priest, not David. David going to be a king in the kingdom, yeah. Going to be a lot of kings and priests in the kingdom. But ain't nobody over Yahuwah or Yahushua, HaMashiach. Nobody. So when y'all hollering about King David, going to come back and get you, keep waiting on King David to come back and get you. The Bible didn't say King David was in heaven, did it? Ain't nobody died and rose but Yahushua HaMashiach. And if you want to look at King David like that, you can look at him as he was Yahushua HaMashiach. You can look at Moses, at the prophets, at the 12 disciples. They was in the image and the likeness, but they wasn't them. The key words around which the book of Hebrews revolve are sin. So that's it for today.